May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at Aussie US dollar. Aussie US dollar, right? AUD USD. I am bearish on this pair. Now, according to the RT Money Meter, which tracks the rate of change over a 15-week period, each of the individual currencies, Aussie went from last week ranked at number 2 to this week still ranked at number 2, minus 132 last week, and we're edging towards neutrality here at minus 0.76, gaining a little something, but against the almighty dollar here, dollar's number one, still very strong, even though it dropped a little bit from 839 to 746, it's still by far the strongest of the markets. Now, I'm gonna give you a little something here. Let's look at the futures, right? As far as the Aussie dollar, is this it? Right there. Okay. As far as the Aussie dollar is concerned, look what it's done. All right. So all this doesn't mean anything. Look what it's done on the daily basis. Just the futures. It's very, very bearish. Anybody got a problem with me calling this bearish? All right. You see the high, the higher low, the higher high here, right? And then, I mean, we're breaking structures on the way down. Look at the structure here. When do you think that was made? Doggone it, it was made in 2022, this year, January. Months ago, broke it. All right, we've been making lower lows. And then we gained some, had a nice little run here from January on up. And then bingo, bango, April. Since April, the beginning of April, it's been bearish. I think we're going to see some more declines in Aussie futures. All right. All we are right now is just we're correcting. This was an impulse. A correction should happen, and then another bearish impulse. Maybe price comes back to test the breakout level. Maybe it comes up that high. There's a lot of rejection from that area. All right. That's from me to you. Okay. You know, Dixie's the exact opposite. All right. Screaming high. One's going one way, the other one's going the other way. Weak with the high. Exactly. You know, that's it. So when we go back to the Aussie dollar, that helps us frame our analysis, right? Aussie is heading down. Aussie dollar is heading down because the dollar is dragging it down. However, we want to make sure we make note of the structure points, right? Look at this low. This is the low that has not been touched yet. Now, I could have this zone like this here, right? And price has finally made it back down here to mitigate the unmitigated portion of this entire zone. All right, we had a reaction off of it here with the first mitigation, gave a very strong low that because it broke highs here, broke highs here, and it took that liquidity, but price has come back and claimed all of that, claimed it. Okay, and now we're left to this light mitigation of this the once was, you know, the formerly untouched area of this the range of this price, the range of this zone of demand. All right, are you with me? Good. All right, I believe this bearish momentum, as strong as it is, will continue. Yes, price has got a nice fat rejection from here, this zone, but again, this is the corrective part. The corrective part of the impulse correction and impulse cycle, right? So on the daily, we see that we have a higher time frame breakup structure here. We have this the current daily breakup structure here. Boom. We had a retest of it. All right. You know, price came back to mitigate what? To mitigate what? This zone. This is this selling, I mean, the buying before that, the aggressive selling, that's a bearish order block. That's supply. All right. Prices come up, mitigated, come down. Do you think there's a chance that we take out this candle, take out the high, and have a deeper mitigation of that zone? I don't know how likely that is, because there was a lot of momentum coming into this, a lot of bearish momentum, right? This zone here, I'm going to see just how strong it is, because I don't think we're getting past that high. But in the case that we do, that's fine. I'm still not looking for longs. I'm not looking for longs from here. I'm looking for shorts. All right. We've already mitigated up here already. It gives me reason to think that price doesn't want to, doesn't need to mitigate it again. You understand? It came up into this fair value gap. So what we have here is efficient price action. All right. When you leave a fair value gap, an imbalance, price comes back to balance it. All right. That ended here. All right. Boom. We touched out, and price has done its thing since then. Left a little gap there. Price is filling, rebalancing that which is imbalanced. Okay, so I don't think we have a reason to take that high out. Now, with that being said, all right, this looks like a news candle as well, and you know, the big boys use news announcements as an excuse, as cover to liquidate people who are in shorts. Take them out of their trades, take their stop losses, then come back down in the direction of their TP. It's devious, but prices going up into this area here. So where do I think that this stops? Right about here, honestly. And you know, if you want to extend it up there, you can. I'm not. That's just, I'm not marking zones that big. I'll mark it right about here, right? I'll take the top here. And I don't think it's that wide, to be honest with you. I don't like it being that wide. I don't like marking them that wide. I'm looking at the price action and the efficiency of its movement right now. All right. We have a bearish engulfer here. This news candle notwithstanding, all right, price came up, mitigated the base candle, which is the bullish candle, all right, and fell from there. All right, you see how price came back with this candle and tested it up, retested it, and then came down. Okay, this is efficient price action. That's why I don't think price need to go up there anymore. All right, which would mean the Aussie is just, you know, surging in power, and the US dollar is just has a big decline in its strength. And I don't see that happening right now, not without a real catalyst. All right, and we got too many fundamentals going the opposite way. You understand? Okay, so I'm looking for price to maybe pull back a little bit more and then start to round over. I know those lines are quite squiggly, but you see what I have as a target. I have this low as the target. All right, we've already mitigated this zone of demand. All right, I believe we'll probably end up taking out this zone, because I believe it's weak. I think this is a weak demand zone because of how it was formed. It was great and all, but because it's been mitigated once, twice, and a lovely and a nice deep penetration, I believe the next time price comes down there, it'll take it out. All right. And once we take that low out, this traffic is pretty smooth until we get down here. Do you understand? So if we take that low out, all right, it's going to be something. All right. And we have relative equal lows here between that low and this low. That'll draw price down. All right. But we are in a corrective phase right now. So I believe that price may come up here. You see how we crash through there? I love to see that. I like to see that because I know if price retest that area, it'll round over. So I'm looking on the 4-hour, looking at this pullback. I'm going to use the fibs, all right, top of the range here. This particular range, because we made a new low, a lower low here. We have a lower high. We have a lower low. I'm looking for the lower high here, and we're at the 50% mark. Price would come anywhere up in here into the zone, up to the golden ratio, 705 or 786, and turn around. I'm looking for price to turn around right around this area here, right around this 618, because you see there was resistance here. All right, there was a resistance in this area here, so I'm thinking that we might find price coming up in there and then turning around. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the same thing I always look for. We don't need the fibs anymore. I'm looking for the same thing I look for all the time. Push up, push back, a higher high being made, a low that breaks that pushback low, and a return to impulse to take a high probability short to the downside. Same thing every time, no change. This is how you become consistent, by looking for and doing the exact same thing every time. All right, so I'm looking for this area here, and I'm hoping that we get it without too much delay, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll put that there. You know, if we come up in there, that's fine. Take out these highs for liquidity, and I'm hoping that we get that. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Hey, do me a favor. Smash that like button for me, will you please? Just tap it. You ain't got to smash it. Just tap it or slap it. And do make sure you subscribe and hit the notification icon so you can catch all of my updates. Hit that bell icon. All right. And do leave a comment, because I like to get feedback from my my viewers. All right. I'll see you in the next video.